Hello. Hello. Hopefully y'all can hear me. So I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know this right now. This is what's about to happen. I'm about to and I wanted to let people know because I felt that's the human thing to do. My best scenario is to go ahead and get rid of this channel. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I want Stomp Down to know as well. I want to exactly let him know that I'm going to get rid of my channel because I cannot take this. I cannot take it. And he does not get it through his head. When I ask him to leave me alone, he will not do it. I don't care what no, everybody else is gonna say, "Oh, bro, you can't take what's going on." No, let him do it to you, and you'll see exactly what I mean. Him and Juan are very evil. Excuse me, are very evil. They will not stop. Nobody cares when it's a fulfillment of entertainment for them. But I can't keep hearing this. So that is what's happening. Nobody's helping me because what else I was going to do? What I was going to do? But no, that's going to be way too much work, and he is not worth the work. I was going to start Honest Road 2, and I was going to record all his videos and get money off of it. That's exactly what I was going to do. Record every single video because he's not going to flag nobody because he don't want nobody to know his name. But I sure was going to do that. I was going to record each video that he makes and repost it and make money off of it. I'm not about to continue to listen to all this foul activity that he spurs out full of lies and not make no money off of it. No, that's not what's about to happen. Hey, Jaden. Yeah, so Jaden, I'm about to just go ahead and get rid of this channel because I've asked people countless times that what's done is done. Leave it in the past, but they will not stop. They won't leave. They won't leave the stuff in the past. And yeah, I know y'all can say, "Well, Ro, stop listening to it." But if I'm going to continue to make content on this channel, of course, certain things are going to pop out, and I can't fight him anymore. You can't fight somebody that's faithless and has all these people coming at you. I've had more people come at me just because I've been fighting with him. His, you know how you don't want to say his people, but the people that resign around him though, they mad because I say something because I speak out, and then he got a nerve to say, "Oh yeah, you going to somebody else's platform." Well, when I went over there to somebody else's platform, I got a lot more voice because ain't nobody coming over here listening to my content. Nobody's listening. So I'm going to do what's totally best for me, and it's best for me to get rid of all of this so that I can move forward. So my next step is going to digress to talking to the YouTube representatives and just let it go. I give up, basically. I give up. I can't continue to do this. This is not going to be a commitment that I I accomplish. It's no longer fun. I want people to understand that I am not having fun. This I don't like this at all. I'm not happy. It's a whole lot of evil things that have been directed towards me, and for what? For something that happened in the past. Nobody is listening to Ro. I really appreciate Sir King. That was the most listening that I got this year so far. Sir King and his people, thank y'all. But nobody cares about how Stump Down is unleashing horrible things upon me, him as well as Wonky. Nobody cares. I don't have to come up here and scream, yell, and holler for y'all to clearly understand what this man has been doing. He has been lying the entire time. And as you can see, I'm just not the type of person that can sit there and withstand somebody lying on me constantly. That's why I shouldn't have never approached YouTube. Oh, you can't even hear me. Dang. Can you hear me now, Jada? I need y'all to hear this. Rosario realness. Yeah, see, I can't just have simple fun anymore, Jada. Can y'all hear me? Okay. I can't have simple fun because of all the horrible things that this man is saying. And it doesn't even have anything to do with him. That's the thing that's very sad about it. They calling me psychotic, but if all of this is over, and I don't even want to bring that up again. Y'all heard what I said on Sir Kings. Everybody who listened heard exactly what I said, and it was nothing from Stump Down's live that he made today. Nothing that I said over there had anything to do with something that he quote unquote said that he did not plan. He said it didn't have nothing to do with it. So why are you so obsessed with it? Like you were the one that planned it. You didn't. So don't worry about it. But see, you can't let it go. Oh, it's just low. Dang, it must be these headphones, dear. Dang. Yeah, y'all. So I mean, that's what I really wanted to say. I mean, I don't have any tools to get it across to these people that enough is enough. Oh, yes. Okay, we back, Jada. All right. So yeah, enough is enough, and I cannot no longer withstand all of this punishment of pure lies, and it's not entertainment that I want to hear. Like it was so hard to listen to that video today. I just say let it be on y'all. Let it be on y'all. People are pressed about one thing I said to them. They won't leave that alone. But he just called me every name in the book, and he just won't stop. So, it's whatever. I did not have a good time on YouTube. I did not. Like it's over, and I want to live my life as I see fit. So yeah, they better do it too. YouTube better delete this channel because I can't do it because of the damn laptop. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. And Y'all deserve to know. Well, let me tell you what I was gonna do though. For real, I was about to, just to give him a taste of his medicine, is I was about to create an Honest Roll 2.0 and record all his videos and make money off of it, get views. That's the way to get back at people. Let me give out some good info before I go. So the people that he won't leave alone, this is what I recommend. I recommend y'all make a channel, a 2.0. Make sure you leave 2.0 at the back of it and record all his videos if you have the storage and the capability, and just post them because he's going to delete his videos up into his retirement. Yeah, how about we about to get into it up into his retirement? Then maybe he might be um, more able to leave his videos up. But until his retirement, he is all hours. So that's what everybody that he continues to mess with, record all his videos and post them and get views off of them, and let it be. That's what I feel is a good strategy. He's not gonna like that. I'm quite sure he's not gonna like it. Oh, Jada, you say you don't even watch him? Yeah. Hey, Castro, you should stay, bro. It's not that serious. Keep doing you. But Castro, I'm sorry, but it is that serious to me. He won't leave me alone. Like, I really want him to leave me alone, but he won't do it. I have um asked him. He said no. He said that he's going to continue to, quote unquote, stay on my neck. And I don't feel good. It's not. I feel horrible. I really do. Sir King really had a good. We had a good conversation um yesterday, but he told me, he said, find that interest again in something else. But I can't do it. I can't find the interest without getting away from what is really causing depression in my life. I'm highly depressed. And Stomp Down does not care. He won't listen. Or he just throws all evil. Now you're not supposed to do that to a depressed person. Him as well as Wonky Pro. I'm naming it. They continue to not leave me alone. Like, and I told them I'm severely depressed. You shouldn't do that to a depressed person. But they don't care. All they say is, well, and they continue to tell me to leave the platform. So you get your wish. You get your wish because I won't be able to get over this depression until I have a clear space, free of anxiety. I said I highly got anxiety when I went to go see the therapist. That therapist that I saw, I guess I wasn't really able to tell her that it was from YouTube. That's where it was from. Because we only had one session, and for the most part, I just talked to her about um what did I talk to her about? See, it's been so long, but it was on the lines of how I was feeling. It was, but I didn't really get to really go into the space that was really haunting me, and this is very much haunting. Hey, Derek, what's up? Yeah, ignoring. I know I tried my best, y'all, to ignore. It's so hard to ignore. Oh, don't delete the channel roll. I don't, yeah, it's hard, y'all. Okay, well, do your best. Do what's best for you. The best revenge is ignoring. Yeah, Castro, it sure is. I was doing it for a month. You know, I did ignore both of them a month, but after a while, just being that I'm not used to ignoring people, um, it got old. And in order for me, okay, that's it too. In order for me to really do my ignore phase, I have to not even be able to see it. You know, and I had been doing, well, I can't lie. I was going. I've been going to Stomp Down channel every day. So and you see, it's obsession. I have. I've been going to his channel every day. But no, I wasn't going over there. And like I said, you're obsessed with me. Every time I look up, you on Juan Key got me talking to something about me on his community board. He treated me the same way that he did with Rico, and everybody should know that by now. But see, I'm in a worse boat because I didn't go on the said trip, and he's mad about that. So he ain't gonna never let me get the end of that. Hear the end of that. I told him I would pay him back for my part. I can't just pay it all up front, but I'll pay in portions for him to leave me alone. I think you should leave the channel for a few days and see how you feel about the channel afterwards. Yeah, CJ done. Okay, so I left for um I left for about 2 weeks. Yeah, I left the channel for 2 weeks. Um, I didn't feel too much better, and y'all know because I had deleted all my. See, look at this depression that I've been in. I deleted all of my videos that I had, and I did. I ended up leaving, and then I came back, and I'm still, pretty much in the same boat. Oh, drop the link. Okay. Yeah. What the heck? Might as well go out with a bang. Let me see. Yeah. So y'all, it's just a mess. Like for real, it really is. Nothing's fun. I don't. I'm not having fun, and I want to say that's how YouTube should be. It's fun, right? Hey, simply. Oh, Ro, the ball's in your court. You can't let strangers have that much control over you like that. I'm just being honest. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely, Castro. I definitely want to be a lot stronger, but it's becoming way too much. Do what's best for you. However, if you enjoy your time here with your supporters, continue doing you. Thank you, Egyptian goddess, baby. Oh, Jada, you said Jason's barks dogging. I'm barking. Yeah, y'all. I mean, I really do try. Uh-oh, look who's in the building.
Hello, it's me.
Polderg.
It's
What's
Daphne.
what's up, Polderg?
No, I go by Daphne.
Oh, you going by Daphne today? Okay, Daphne. Daffy.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on, Daphne? How are you doing today?
Very bad. I have a concussion.
Oh no. What happened?
I hit my fucking head in the side of the fucking counter.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's not
Daphne, I know sometimes I know you suffer from migraines, so that can't be good.
good. Yeah, this is this is about like that. Kinda.
No.
Yeah, it's not good. But so I was worried about you.
Oh, I appreciate it. Yeah, it's I tell you, it's just becoming a constant struggle. I feel, Daphne, when it comes to those two individuals. They are on a nonstop. I think like a I don't know what to call it. They on a nonstop train of
Well, they want
pulling
you to
people
they
apart.
want you to kill yourself.
Yeah, exact point blank. That's exactly what they want.
Yeah.
And they try to act like they don't, and that's the worst thing. They want me to commit suicide, probably
Yeah.
live. They want me to kill myself live, and I'm like, y'all are not powerful enough to do that. That's why I told them a long time ago. I said, Stomp Down. If you come in, you're gonna have to come and pull the trigger on me if you want me gone. And that's exactly what they want. They said it at the beginning that they wanted me to have a mental breakdown. That's and I'm that's why I said that's why the videos that I did have up told everything that they had planned for me. And it's all because I decided to say no to a trip. I said no, I wasn't going. I mean, I did it in a rude way.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about people like that. You know, I've been around a long time on YouTube. By the way, if you hear crunching, that's the fucking ice pack next to my head.
Oh,
Um,
no.
if you want to talk about the vacation, you want to talk about anything else with them, they're going to tap into your energy and make it be very toxic. And they're going to poison your thoughts and your energy and your mood. So you can't go back and forth in your head or on YouTube with them about points in time or events or things they've typed or things they've said. Any of it, you can't engage in it because it will poison your mind and your mood.
That's so true. Yeah, very much. And yeah, Zion, you are absolutely correct. I don't think it is. And point blank, period. He's not a good person.
No,
He beat
there's
me
something
down.
wrong with them, and you can't let it infect you. It's an infection. You know what? You know, there's viruses that are spiritual, not just physical, and
Yeah,
viruses that are not just on computers. You know, it's also your brain is a computer. Your body is running on all kinds of electricity, all kinds of programs and codes, and DNA itself is all kinds of programs and shit and information. You can't be flooding it with their kind of toxicity. They're nuts, and you can't put that in your system. It's just gonna fuck you up.
yeah. You absolutely you're right.
I'm telling you,
Definitely.
the only way to get away from these people is to stop thinking about them and talking about them and letting them in your mind, because that's poison. These people are they're very toxic. I mean, anyone that screams like he does, and it just has like this vitriol. Him and Kwani are cut from the same cloth. They're just so angry and so gargling with the anger. That's a demonic energy. Anything that gargles when it's screaming is demonic. That's rule number one. Anything
Absolutely.
that's screaming that often is demonic. That's rule number two. I mean, this is basic shit. You shouldn't be anywhere involved with these people. That's your first mistake, is even be involved with these people.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna definitely make another move, a move that's in the right direction, and cut. It has to cut deep and say no more. And I thought, I was on the right pathway on trying to do different content. That content had nothing to do with those individuals. It had nothing to do with them. But they constantly tried to pick.
No,
And I'm
they
like,
will no matter what you do, because they're in you're in their sight. So your issue is that you acknowledged it and saw it. Even it's difficult to not see these things, but I'm just letting you know that To whatever degree you can pull away from thinking about them or dealing with them is the more degree you'll be able to free yourself from their negativity, because the whole way that they get power is to fucking bait you into these tit for tat things or whatever. And with your Darcy, because I thought this was the Darcy and Daphne show, but with your Darcy thing and with your ASMR thing, it seems like there's this energy of you want to do something, but you're not sure what it is. It's sometimes better to just sit still and see what you love instead of telling yourself that you think you love this, you think you love that. That's exhausting. You shouldn't think you love anything. It should overtake you. But if the drag thing does, then that's your thing, and don't let them talk you out of it by bickering with you or whatever.
Yeah, and see, yeah, that's kind of what I was saying. I definitely need to stop jumping the gun. Oh, and Jadon, thank you so much, dear. I love you as well. Thank you. I care about your life. I do need to kind of be like, okay, let me trigger in on what really interests me, and stop, you know, um, I feel like galloping and say, oh, let me, jump on this next. Let me do this next. I've been kind of like doing that.
You're
For
manic.
years.
You're floundering and you're manic because you don't have stability in your life. I mean, it's part of being poor. It's part of having an employer. It's part of not owning a house. I mean, I can relate to much of it. Believe me, most of it. So it's very difficult to feel grounded when you have financial or housing or career or emotional or romantic insecurity. It's very difficult to feel grounded and not let somebody knock you off your game and frazzle you. It comes with age and horrible experiences that you become so exhausted tapping into these assholes that you can't do it anymore. You actually are too exhausted to tap into assholes like this. So I don't think that you're there yet, and they know it, and they want to tap into you while they still can.
Yeah. You know what?
So
That's
you gotta
absolutely true.
stop acknowledging them as an audience and something to speak back to or think about back to, and realize that they're miserable bullies. They're miserable. They're
Yeah.
actually like, I mean, who the fuck is that angry and hateful? I mean, can you imagine?
Yeah, that's the energy. It just makes you, feel
I
it's
can't
just a
listen
bad
to it.
space.
I
Yeah,
can't
it's just a
listen to
bad
it.
space.
I don't feel anything because I can't listen to him. I literally can't get through like a minute. It's too angry. Same thing with Kwame. It's too fucking angry. I can barely suffer through a minute of it. I can't take the screaming and the gargling and the laughing at their own jokes and shit. It's like a maniac. I mean, I think another maybe issue is you don't sound like you've really had a lot of exposure to a lot of people. Did you come from like a small town?
No, no, actually, this town that I came from, it's, I've had a pretty good amount of interactions. See, my issue is that I had a lot of people taken away from me when I was younger, like they pretty much passed away, and it's just been kind of like me, and it's kind of like, I mean, it's like my family, they they kind of blame me. I feel like for a lot, how you the kid that seem like they always blame you to the point where sometimes you didn't even do anything, and it was like kind of put on me. And then at the time, I was supposed to, me and my mother, we were supposed to, kind of move out and start a life together. And all of a sudden, she was taken away from me. And then her my mother was a twin, and when my mother passed, which really tore me in half. Then, I did at least have my aunt, to look at, like, okay, my aunt is here, she's our identical twin. And then my aunt died. Um, 2 years after my mother, and a lot of me died then. Um, and I never really was the same.
Were you the one that was cooking the meals for them?
Um, like what you mean cooking the meals?
Sorry, that was just a joke.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, it's a lot, Jason, Daphne, um, that I feel like happened in my childhood, but I gradually got back. Like I did. I got back to a point where I had friends. Um, I was doing things. I feel in a way of moving through life. When I got the employer that I have now, a lot of things stopped. Um, I pretty much lost contact with my family. It's only here in the employer. That's not good. No, no friends, none of that.
Why are you
So
why are you in a state without your family?
no, it's just so many. It's so less of it's. I don't. It's not too many of us here anymore. Like it's really just me and my aunt. That's it. I don't.
And
It's just a lot of tearing apart. It's a lot of
yeah, but what I'm talking
issues.
about is I think you don't have enough exposure to a lot of people to realize that these are two people you shouldn't really acknowledge. Like they're
Exactly.
really like I've been a lot of places and met a lot of people, and I still ain't never met nobody like Stomp Down. That motherfucker is batshit crazy. Like, and I have seen some batshit crazy people in my life. I have been a lot of crazy places, and a lot of crazy people have been in my face, right next to me, right up in my face. I have to say, he is three sheets to the wind, fucking Looney Tunes crazy like Kwani. And those people are usually institutionalized, or they are janitors or something, and they just like whistle and mumble to themselves by day, and then at home they're this crazy and they beat their wives or whatever. So I feel like you don't know that. I feel like you haven't had the kind of exposure to people where you somehow think these people are somewhat worthy of answering or dealing with, which is not the case.
Very true. You're absolutely right. That because see, at first I thought that I could do something to get him to understand,
That's what I'm
but
talking about right there. You're dealing with him
yeah,
like it's a person to relate to. That's I'm telling you. You don't have the experience to realize this is like somebody like that's should be institutionalized. Like you don't want to be talking to a Kwani or to a Stomp Down or to like anybody of that level of batshit crazy. Don't be trying to convince them of things, talk to them about things, anything. You can't be doing that. Not with anybody that angry and crazy. You somehow it's not sending off red flags and alarms in your head like these people are untouchably insane. And it's
yeah,
infecting you because you're trying to relate on their level and it's not working because they're just infecting you.
yeah, yeah. That's true. Because I got to gain back composure over my life. It's either now or never. Um, so yeah, it's gonna this live right here is gonna speak volumes. Daphne, I'm very happy that you gave me this out. I'm not going to respond in any order or fashion
It's not
towards
even
them.
respond. That's the step number two. Step number one is even like letting it hit your brain and bounce around in there. Like it shouldn't. They're so fucking crazy. Like when people tell me, "Did you hear what Kwani said about you?" I go, "Years ago, yeah. What? Recently? No. Was it good?" And they're like, "Well, same old shit." And I'm like, "Yeah, I figured." Like I'm not listening to that. Like, why would I want to listen to her screaming? And that cracker, he's a worthless piece of shit that his family don't live and nobody wants it. Who wants to hear this kind of abuse from a nut job? I'm not listening to her. Same thing, like somebody says to you, something about Stomp Down, you should be like, he's completely insane. Why would I care what that asshole would perceive about me? His brain is twisted. I mean, nobody that is that angry and screaming like that is anybody that you should be thinking about in your head, let alone reacting to. You should not be thinking about them. They're really very crazy, the two of them. If one likes, I don't know much about the other one, but if one likes the other one, then they're both guilty as poison. They're just poisonous. That's nothing that's going to help you in any way. You're not going to get one over on them. You're not going to cure them. You're not going to explain anything to them. They're not going to teach you anything. It's not going to grow you, mature you. It's not, they're nuts. There's no winning with crazy.
Absolutely.
So you got to figure out what
Hey,
you want
Betty.
to be happy with. Think happy thoughts. Don't be thinking about them. Think like shit you want to do to be happy.
Are you able, Jason, to um not let this YouTube stuff get to you when you're
Yeah,
not off
yeah.
of here? See, that's good.
Well, it took me a long time. Like, there was a time when I would really, really be very upset early on. Um, there was a few times where it got me pretty bad in the middle. Towards the end, there's still a few times that I get really upset. Like, for instance, this Jay Wilson thing bothers me. Like that, like there's all this bullshit that like may be coming my way that has absolutely no truth to it. Same thing with the shit I've been dealing with already. Like, I don't want some more shit coming at me. That's obviously stressful to some degree. Shit that ain't got no goddamn truth to it that I now have to also fucking battle with in the courts and the police and like I don't want no more bullshit. So that does bother me on some level, but not on a way where it makes me question things like you are. Like, should I hang out around here? Should I think these things? Should I, like you're really questioning yourself because they've gotten too far into you. That's what the poison is. When the poison gets so far into you, you start questioning all kinds of shit because you've heard too many bad things about yourself. So now it's like deep within you. So you can that's
Yeah.
it. You're infected. You're infected with all their nasty words and all their criticisms. So one way it doesn't get to me is I don't get infected by them. I'm not going to listen to Kwani because after 2 hours of Kwani, you start looking at yourself differently. Who wouldn't? So I don't. It's too crazy. I'm not fucking with that bitch. Anything she says is not going to be helpful to me. It's just gonna wear my sanity down into insanity because she's fucking crazy. So the more you listen to crazy, it's gonna wear into your brain and make you not quite right. So that's the first rule. Is like I said, first rule is it can't register in your brain, so you really shouldn't be thinking about it. And the second rule is don't respond to it, of course, but you really can't be paying attention to it. Your issue is you do something, they criticize you, and you go over there for the abuse and listen to it. That's a problem.
Facts. Yeah.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
Like, do you think I give a fuck about what Kwani criticizes me about? Kwani says all kinds of shit about me for the last 5 years. She's wasting her breath. I'm not listening.
Yeah. And see, and this, I'm on a much different path now. Like I'm going in another direction. But I thought like
Fuck.
the last time when I was watching um Juan, I'm like, well, maybe he took another route, but I saw that it won't just drag in,
They're
and it
douchebags,
was
man. I mean, like, what do you need, a fucking billboard? You don't want these people in your. Fuck him. Fuck them. They went on vacation together. I mean, if that don't tell you. Hello, sexy Betty White. Now I can see. I couldn't see
yeah,
because
girl, Betty.
touching.
Oh yes, Zion. Yes, we do have the EAP at my job. Um, I was about to use it. I had utilized it a little bit, but um, for some reason I didn't do it. I probably
Hello.
should have.
Um, what kind of job do you have? What do you do for a living?
For the most part, I pack certain type of material. Yeah, I pack it up. I may
Oh,
just do that. Yeah, Zion. I had a great counselor though. You know what? Like I was telling Daphne here, I had a great counselor, and I'm gonna go back to her. But I was on suspension from my I was on suspension from the therapist because I didn't go to a session. So maybe it's over now. Thank you, Mika baby. I greatly appreciate the prayer love. Hey, real mama Fifi. Hey there. Yeah, y'all.
well,
So
yeah, you need to, one of the main things that your issue is number one, you're taking these people as though they're real people that you should actually pay attention to, which they're not. They're crazy, and you would never want to sit next to them in a and then the other issue is you need to fill your brain with better people. So you need to find, a therapist or whatever that isn't fucking poisoning you like these people are, because these people are the only things you're hearing in your day. They're gonna fuck you up.
yeah, you
Yeah,
know,
well, you gotta
uh,
change interactions.
and I can't control what they do on their platform. So that's out of my hands. So you're right. The best way is the power of fully cleansing myself. And I had noted that, and they always say that makes people very angry when you tell them that you're going to detox yourself from them. Um,
But you
but it's
shouldn't think
definitely
about
going to
what
happen.
you shouldn't even think about what their reaction is. You have to unconnect yourself from them and their interpretations and reactions to things that you do. You have to completely unplug from that. You can't keep thinking about what are they going to do if I do this, what are they going to do if I do that. You can't think about them anymore. That's your problem, is that you're filling them in your head as like a normal part of your thought process when you should be thinking about nice people that are nice to you.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's right. Um, I think the reason that they have become a part of my mindset is, man, I don't know if I wanted some type of, what's the word? Like, I wanted to kind of make them stop. I don't know. I guess it has to also have something to do with, I was trying to prove a point. I'm not in that mode anymore though. I
Well,
don't care if
honestly, it
they
has a
believe me
lot
or
to
not.
do with the fact that you just had a lack of stimulation. And they know it. And I know it. Because I can tell you, if you had somebody telling you how sweet and sexy and funny and nice you were, you wouldn't be fucking with these people. So you have nothing else going on, is really the short answer to the story of why these people are in your brain. Because you don't have anything else. You got to find something else. Because that's how they weasel their way in, and they know it. And that's why they're going to have power over you, because you don't have a lot going on otherwise. You got to go find somebody on Grinder or something that's nice to you. You have to, and then make that person or people fill up your brain. You got to find them somewhere, because these assholes are doing it right now, and they know it.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna have to get out back in the scene of trying to find somebody special.
Or no, not
Well,
special, just a
not
friend,
something
just a
intimate.
goddamn person to hang out with. No, just a friend. You don't have to find somebody special. Just find, then they have to find you attractive, which is not easy to find somebody that you like their personality and their fucking looks, and then the same vice versa. I mean, you'll be doing that for fucking, forever. That's what everybody's. No, no. I'm talking about just somebody to be nice to you, somebody to fucking hang out with. Like, find somebody to go. What about a dog? What about, I mean, that's always, if you don't want to fucking deal with people, which is, something I have. I can't stand people. They're always a fucking problem with a person. So I really, so I would rather just fucking walk around the street with a fucking dog than listen to goddamn Kwani screaming about me. So that's what I would suggest. I would go get you a dog if you have the time, because you don't want to leave it in the house all day if you're working. That's terrible. Or go find someone to hang out with and just be friends with, that you can put in your brain instead of these assholes, because that's their power over you and they know it, is that you don't have anything else to think about. You're just kind of bored. And if you're bored, you're going to be doing ASMR and dressing up like Deirdre and everything else.
Yeah, and you know what? How come? Do you know why they aren't in the mode of being with they like being
They're
with their significant
miserable
other?
people. Yeah, I know what you're going to ask me because there's
Yeah,
levels of love. There's levels of love, and they can't deeply love anyone. They can only superficially love someone. That's why they only can give them maybe a certain percentage of their time, and they have all this vitriol they have to spit out onto somebody else. Or guess who's going to get it? Their partner. So they have a limited amount of love and a limited amount of hate. You get the hate, and they get to give the limited amount of love. But if they were a normal person who actually was deeply, truly, passionately in love, they couldn't have that much hate. It doesn't work. The two don't go together. That's only someone who has a limited amount of love. That's like people who they beat their wives, but they love their kids and they love their wives. Well, you don't love them all that much. I mean, I bet you do love them. I was, perfect example is I was talking to my friend about the Murdaugh guy who killed his family, and my friend was saying, well, he's crying, he's fake crying. I said he's not fake crying. He loved his wife, and he fucking loved his son, but not enough to not kill them. So he does miss them. He does feel bad that he did it. He does regret it, but he also did lose his mind and fucking kill them. So it's a mixed bag. If he loved them to the point of over the hill, crazy, over the moon, insane love, like just gushing love, no, he wouldn't have been able to kill them. He only loved them a certain level. You have to understand. He loved them just enough that he could still kill them. You know what I mean? And then still feel guilty afterwards. It's a mixture there.
yeah,
So they love their partners, but they're just so full of hate that it's not a very good, deep love.
and that's what we got to stay the heck away from.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, because we do not want to be that target of the full fledged hate. So yeah, I can't go back in the past, but I know I can do what is solvent for my future. You're right. I'm gonna get out here with a friend, or meet a friend. I said that though. You know what? See, Daphne, I said that in my last, not the last live, but the last one. Um, that I was going on Meetup.com, with some friends or something like that. Or
Oh
either
yeah,
I
that
got a couple
meetup
of
shit. Oh, I did that in my fucking 20s. Those things, and I did that. Oh yeah, man. Go do that shit.
friends.
Are you in like a real city where it's not dangerous people? Is it like a normal city, or are you in a crazy city like Albuquerque? Because you don't want to meet up with nobody in Albuquerque.
Yeah, I'm in a pretty quaint city. Yeah,
Then
they
you
they aren't
definitely
really
want
like
to do
that.
meetups.
Yeah,
Definitely.
you're right.
That's 100% yes. If you're in a quaint city, then definitely you want to do the meetups.
Or you can also do the online stuff too, where the stuff where it's like you playing games. But yeah, you're right. It's best to I need some. I think fresh air, meeting up somewhere, even if it's just like to a movie.
They have those
I used to do.
restaurant things. Motherfucker, they have those restaurant things and happy hour things and shit like that. Where they all go and they play goddamn darts and pool and shit at one bar together at once. They do shit like that. Fill up your
Yeah.
social calendar with shit like that.
Okay. Yeah. You done hit it on the point. These resources right here, Daphne, is what's up. This is what I need for my drive to put the initiative in to live my best life, because
And
this
you need
right
the
here
perspective. I'm trying to
what
give you perspective. Your perspective is super fucked up because you think these people are worthy of even thinking about. Like, that's your problem right there. These people are batshit crazy. What are you thinking about with the shit they're saying for? You got better things to do. And if not, you better find some because these people ain't going to do nothing but drive you crazy with them.
Mm. So So with me diluting my mind free from them, it is the first step cold turkey. I don't want to go back into, the space where I may head back,
Yeah, no,
So
you're gonna look here and there, but the point is, like, I don't have a problem looking at Kwani's channel. I'm not subscribed,
how
and
many
if
do
I
you
do
look at a
listen
video
to it,
every time?
if I do listen to it, it is so fucking crazy and hateful and stupid. I can't get through like a minute. I'm like, oh, this crazy bitch, and I turn it off. You got to get there. That's where you got to be. You got to get to the point where they start going, and you roach nigger motherfucker with your eyes bucking and your teeth, and you just be like, oh, fuck you. Just, oh,
Yeah,
no. And you can't let him finish the sentence. That's the point. It's not a matter of cold turkey. It's a matter of it's so horrible to listen to that you're not going to be able to get through listening to it. That's how I am with him and with her. As soon as I start hearing it with all the details and the woo, and I'm like, oh please, no, 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 and I turn him
yeah,
off. That's where you got to be. It doesn't. It does not a matter of like he's. You gotta, think of him as the devil that you can't look in the direction or you'll turn to stone or whatever. But you gotta be so disgusted by it. Your perspective is whacked because you're taking them as like something to think about and look at and process and consider and oh hell no.
yeah.
Not at all.
That's absolutely true.
And they know it.
They
And
are
that's
pro-
when they know once they got in your head like that and they can start like hypnotizing you. I listen to him. He's hypnotizing your ass. He's treating you like you are the little brother and he is fucking with your brain the way older brothers fuck with little brothers' brains that they realize they got him on a hook the way he's got you. That's how he's got you. And he's once he knows you're listening, he just starts worming into you. I'm like, this motherfucker. Kwani does the same thing. He's not alone. These are some sick people. He's not. It's a certain type of abusive person that gets off on a
See you later,
long, drawn.
Castro.
What?
No, I was saying bad Castro. See you
Oh,
later, Castro.
by Castro. It's a certain type of person that wants to give you a long, drawn out abusive soliloquy like he does, or Kwani does, or Truth Enterprise, or these people that just randomly screaming, like in the middle of the morning or whatever. First thing, 5 in the morning, they're just screaming. Anyone that's like that fucking angry and crazy, that should be a red flag that there's nothing good here. There's nothing useful here. There's nothing productive here. There's nothing I should be listening to, processing, considering. None of it.
Yeah,
It should be
yeah.
like, yeah,
That
it's
vitriol is
oh,
not something that a human
it's
being.
demonic. That's pure
Yeah.
devilish. That's some stuff from hell. And you can't be letting that in you. It will poison you and drive you crazy, and it will make you second guess yourself because there's so much information packed into the crazy shit they're rambling out. Some of it's going to get into your subconscious. You can't let that happen. It's poison. It's poison for the spirit. Like I said, your brain is all kind of, and your body is all kind of electricity and codes and programs and shit. You can't be letting that shit fuck you up. It's gonna fuck all your organs and your emotions and energies, and it's gonna corrupt it all because they're fucking on the wrong energy. They're on like pure evil and hatred. That's not the way a body should be functioning and a brain should be thinking. You can't have that in you. It's too abusive. It's like an abusive relationship. You gotta not be in those, and you gotta find something more productive. That's what I'm saying. You gotta find some people that are nice to you. Now, Jay Dunn, I would never call Jay Dunn either. You were smart not to call her. She's just going to abuse you.
But you know what, Jaden? When you say, do I want you to dox them? I mean, at first it was something that I was like, I want them to be hurt, in a way. But now that I have woken up, I feel like they aren't even worth being doxxed. Like they're not worth it.
Well, it's not a
Um,
matter of worth being doxxed. Here's what I feel about these faceless people that do this shit to you and other people. I feel like they should be held accountable.
for their actions.
Yeah, I don't necessarily see it as doxing as I do, like getting justice. Like they need to be held the fuck accountable. You need to be playing those videos for his fucking employer. That's the way I see it. I
When he
don't see
sound
it.
all sad, when he sound all sad and desperate, that time that um Miss Yolanda, it came up and
Oh yeah,
he
and
had
she
he
lied
had
about
mentioned
having
it.
his information to everyone. Uh-huh. She lied.
Yeah. So I mean, I
But that's
really
what he
I
deserved.
don't want to. Oh,
That's what he fucking deserves. Do you think he's gonna talk that way if he thinks he's not gonna have any consequence? If he thinks he's gonna have any consequences for it, you think he's really gonna talk that way? No, he talks that way because he thinks there's no consequences. He wouldn't be that way at all if he thought there was. You think he talks that way at work? So
not at all. But something that he said today. I'm definitely gonna do my fasting. But something he said today, it just shows the psychotic attitude
he
that is,
is.
yeah, with all the stuff that he went through with Bluewood Phoenix. So today he acts like Bluewood Phoenix is his right hand guy when he was
Oh,
under
he's
that,
yeah,
yeah,
an
Blue
abuser.
Wolf, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
ZX does that too. An abuser is your friend, your enemy. Phi Babe does the same thing. She loves you, she hates you. That's an abuser's playbook, man. Again, I feel like you don't have enough exposure to really bad people to know one when you see one. I mean, this is how abusive people are. They love you, they hate you, they love you, they hate you, they love you, they hate you because they're a manipulative psychopaths, and that's how they treat people.
let me ask you this too: do you feel them to be narcissists?
Yeah, well, if they can't love deeply, then they have some narcissistic issues. And
Okay,
we
I
know
think
they
that's
can't
very
love
important.
deeply because they're on the internet screaming like that. So they can't love deeply. I told you,
Uh,
you can't love deeply and be that angry. And if you can't love deeply, then you have narcissistic issues because you can't give yourself enough to someone else because you don't want to give, because you just want everything for you, because everything is a one way street, because you're a narcissist.
but are they narcissists or are they toxic people?
They're
Because
both.
that's the poison. Oh, they both. Oh, see.
It's poisonous. Yeah, listen, you know what's toxic? An abusive person. You know what's toxic? A nasty person. You know what's toxic? A crazy person. You know what's toxic? A narcissist person. They're toxic for many reasons. Many, many reasons, but they are 100% toxic. And there's nothing good to come from them, interacting with them, thinking about them, trying to answer them, trying to listen to them, trying to understand them, trying to prove them wrong, trying to teach them a lesson. The only good thing that you could ever do to deal with them is to hold them accountable and punish them. And that's it. Otherwise, there's nothing good that comes out of it. The only good that can come out of dealing with them is punishing the fuck out of them and holding them accountable. That's the only good thing I would ever see could come out of them. And that's something that Jay Dunn and her little ankle monitor might be able to help you with.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely thank y'all for all of these resources that y'all have given me. Jadon, who knows? One day I might go ahead and use the number. Um, I'm gonna just pull myself back together, y'all. Hey, Miss Fifi, yes, okay, maybe a course of medication may help.
No,
Um,
don't get medicated. Fuck that shit. Handle your own shit. Don't be dependent on a goddamn pill. Handle your shit. It's a perspective issue. You're thinking these people are fucking worth talking about and thinking about. That's a problem. Fix that. They're not.
yeah, absolutely not.
You got to look in your real life, Ro, and find some people that are despicably, disgustingly crazy. The corner fucking bum at the convenience store, something like that. That's really very close to what these people are like in terms of moral and mental and emotional evolve evolution. Like they're really the bottom of the barrel of crazy. And I'm sure in your city you probably have seen a few of these people. You're just not realizing that's who you're talking to on YouTube. Your perspective is not right. You're thinking you're talking to somebody who's basically just someone who's mad at you. No, you're talking to somebody who's insanely crazy, angry at the world. That's who you're talking to. Someone at the corner store screaming in the air.
Yeah,
I don't think you
yeah.
realize that.
And I'll say this, from the conversation that I did have with them on certain things, that's why certain things will happen to them in the air. And I noticed that, like, some stuff will happen out of nowhere, to them. Somebody will walk up on them, and I'm like, oh wow, why would that happen to somebody? Um, you know, but when you bring bad spirits into this world, things like that will happen to you. You may
Well, he's
get
angry about something. I bet he doesn't have a lot of good luck being that angry. He's angry at the whole world. So what kind of luck you think he's having out there when he's walking outside? Everything is roses and good, going good for him? Probably not.
not at all.
Again,
Yes, Zion.
like people that are really happy aren't going to be so fucking screaming and vitriolic. People that are really deeply in love are not going to be screaming and vitriolic. You gotta get perspective on who could be this fucking angry. A nut job, somebody who's a total fucking rageaholic who loves to scream like Kwani and cannot be worked with in any way. There's no good that comes out of these people. Remember how Duchess Kelly Love used to try to work with Kwani and get something out of her, and he would make her basically like a fool. He would basically make her like a cartoon character. And oh, Kwani, what do you think, Kwani? Like she was a puppet, because she was just so over the top. And eventually, he realized this woman is so angry and so toxic. She poisons the room. She poisons the energy, the mood. Everybody gets offended. It's just a downer. And he just had to get rid of her eventually. He was like, you can't be my fucking sidekick because you're so nasty and you're such a negative energy. And he's always trying to be happy and positive. It wouldn't work. So,
They didn't balance each other out. Yeah.
well, you can't when you're that angry. She can't balance with anyone. She's so hateful. So you have to realize that's the caliber of person you're trying to work with over there. Trying to have a conversation with fucking Stomp Down is like, I mean, you're talking to a devil. Like, what do you think you're going to get out of that? It's just, you're talking to pure hatred and anger and discontent and vitriol and poison and toxicity. And why would you do that?
Yeah.
Because you're bored
So
and
yeah.
you have nobody else talking to you in your ear telling you, hey, you want to go to the swap meet? You want to go to the flea market? Hey, you want to go to this bar where they're doing bingo night? Hey, you don't have any of that. So, and they know it. That's why they can play into your fucking ear and start whispering crazy shit to you. You got to find whatever you can to not be susceptible to want to listen to their bullshit. You got to be too busy for it. That's another thing. One power I have over all the YouTube bullshit. Another one of my secret weapons is I'm too fucking busy to be able to concentrate on their nastiness. I'm actually painting while I'm talking to you right now, and I'm very busy all the time. And that's a secret to not sitting around like a sponge absorbing their hatred. I can't. I got things to do. Too busy. It helps. Gotta stay busy.
And
Got to do a lot
yeah.
of projects around the house and stuff so that you're not bored to the degree where you're listening to crazy people insult you. Because if you get bored enough, you'll listen to crazy people insult you. Sure, you're bored.
Yeah.
Don't be like that. Don't be that bored. Find some friends that are and the meetup people that are, a bunch of nerds. It's all those meetup people are always a bunch of lonely nerds. They're always a bunch of librarians and fucking teachers and nerds and stuff that are just trying to get anything to do with their lives. They have nothing going on usually. So that's pretty cool. You can meet anybody that way. Like, it's not like they're going to be cooler than you or smarter or richer or whatever. No, those meetup people are usually pretty average people. Once in a while, you'll meet somebody really cool, but it depends on what meetups you're going to. I'm talking about the ones where they go to bars and they play bingo and darts and shit. It's just like average people. Nobody's going to look at you any kind of way, and I think that would be good for you to like be like, okay, on Wednesday I'm going to this hike up the mountain for 1 hour with these people, and then there's like wine at the top or whatever. They have all kind of shit like that. You pay like $20 and they'll give you wine and cheese and shit at the top of a mountain, and you got to hike up there with all these people. And then somebody will talk to you, and somebody will grab your ass, and who knows.
Well, Jason, I'm glad you gave me this insight today. I'm gonna definitely take heed to what you said. Like, this is stuff that's not gonna go out the window. It's not, um, because I feel like I'm strong enough to handle this in a way that is going to help better me. That is what matters. Um, and I just gotta continue to move.
Are
And
you artistic?
no,
You're not artistic?
no, I'm not artistic.
Are you musical?
Um, I used to could do a little singing. Yeah,
No, you don't. The answer needs to be, oh yeah. Like, are you into building things or gardening or growing plants or uh, animals, or is there like anything that you're like, oh yeah, I like that.
no, I like to read.
Oh well, that's good. Okay, you like to read. Well,
Yeah,
what about going to the coolest bookstores in town and finding maybe cool people that work there or cool people that hang out there and drink coffee and sit on the leather couches?
yeah. I got some books right here, so yeah, I need to
No, you need to
go there.
lollygag around and Google eye the people there and make some fucking friends. You got to go to the different bookstores and you got to go to the different libraries, the college library, the community college library, the whatever free libraries and whatever bookstores you can go to. I would go to and get in with those kind of people if that's what you're into. Those people will be more your speed.
Yeah, because we follow the same interest. We have the same interests. Hey,
And
Lily.
yeah, and they're at the same kind of pace. They're sitting still, reading something. It's not like somebody running up a mountain. Like, I would never go to the people that like to walk up the mountain because I don't like to do that shit. I'm lazy. I'd be like, I'm not fucking going up no goddamn hill. Give me the wine and cheese right here, bitch. Let me put the blanket down right here, bitch. Like, that's how I would do it. So,
Would
like,
you do a nature walk?
with those people,
You would do a nature walk?
I wouldn't. I'm telling you, I would not.
Oh, okay.
Hell
You know,
no.
because
I would do it. I would want the wine and cheese at the bottom of the hill, and I would just, I'd be like, I'll be here when you all come back. I'm not doing all that exercise. Fuck that shit. So that's not my kind of people. And those people are wearing like aerodynamic, like special blends of synthetic fabrics and shit, and like hiking packs and all kind of. They got the gear and the shoes with the little toes and stuff. I'm not doing none of that shit. I don't got none of that gear. It's like not my people. So I think you got to find your people, which I guess is book nerds, which is easy enough to do. Go to libraries and bookstores. Go find some
yeah,
people that you can hang out with and talk. Slip them your googly eyes and your number.
yeah, we can just start a little friendship. Oh, Lily,
Yeah,
yeah, Lily, they were turning to me today. That's why I was just really on the verge. It's something new that I gotta do.
you
I was
gotta,
telling
enrich your life with
Daphne.
that are positive, happy peoples and shit. You gotta find some happy people. You can smoke some pot too. That'll help.
I wish I could, Jason. I mean, Daphne. I wish I could,
Oh, you
but
can't.
that
Your
is
job,
out of the that's out of the picture for me, apparently.
because your job won't let you do it.
Yeah.
Oh no. Even if you got a prescription for it, even if you had a medical prescription for it.
Yep, still wouldn't let me.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh look, oh yeah, spoken word spot. That sounds cool. Yeah, it's
Well,
online.
What about if you did like a drink a night? Can you drink without problems? Do you get more depressed or crazy if you drink?
Yeah, see, drinking out, drinking really don't do it for me. I'm like, okay, you have a drink or whatever, you got some drinks, but
Does
drinking
it?
just put me in this spot of what if. That's the type of drinking like I do. Like it puts me in a zone where that's yeah. It feels like people will kind of it makes me really zoom in
Well, that
on
might be a good thing for you
I don't know. You
because you're
said
listening to a bunch of assholes. Maybe you need to listen to yourself a little more. I think
yeah.
uh, you need some kind of a new rhythm in your life. Maybe coming home at night and having a drink and thinking about what you want to do for the week and going on the meetup and looking with a drink in your hand on, oh, I want to do this and oh, I want to do that. Like that might be good for you.
Yeah, that because see, I used to have in my head like, okay, the weekend's here. Let me make sure I can do a nice laugh. Um,
Exactly. That was your weekend. No, man, you need real life people because these people are poisonous that you found yourself, ensconced with, and they're ruining your train of thought and your mood. So you got to find some people that are in your real life that are in front of your face that are happy and nice to you. And I think it would be a really good idea to like maybe have a beer every night, one beer every night, and sit down and plan your week and pick like what's tomorrow? What's tomorrow? Tuesday? So tomorrow
yeah,
you go and you say, well, I'm getting on the meetup and I'm going to see what I'm going to be doing for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So for Tuesday, that's what you're going to do. You might just pick Thursday's events. Wednesday, go pick Friday's events. Just spend like an hour or two drinking a beer and thinking about, oh, I want to do this or maybe I want to do that. That would be much more healthy for you. And I'm sure there's people there you can message and communicate with as well so that you can even, ask them about the fucking thing before you do it even. Why don't you look into your future in that way? Invest in your own free time and your own entertainment and your own mental health by spending some quality time with you with a beer in your hand, thinking what if this and what if that. If that's what it does to you, that's not a bad thing. If you have the right environment to be looking at what ifs, like that would be a very healthy.
yeah. That's that's right. Okay, I'm gonna put all a lot of people gave me certain tips today, yesterday, and I'm gonna just put them all. I'm gonna mix them up and I'm gonna just use what I feel is gonna help me. The best energy, and
Well,
I'm gonna
everything I say
deliver
is
it.
going to help
I'll
you.
let y'all know.
Everything I say is going to help you. I'm a genius and I know everything. So if you listen to my advice, you'll be happy.
Yeah, Daphne, you hit it. Okay, you definitely hit it. Um, I'm gonna try some stuff out. I am, cause at this point in time, I got to have change. I can't go back because I'm not going to do anything but go back into where that stump of depression. Nope, I can't be there anymore. Um,
Well,
it's
depression is a
it's
state of powerlessness. You only depressed if you don't have power. That's what depression is. It's contemplation of a lack of power. You're not depressed if you have power over a situation. You don't get depressed. Depression is an admission of weakness and failure. So if you're sitting there depressed, it means you feel like you failed and you feel like you can't beat something. That's why you're depressed. So you got to get up and fight, and then you can't be depressed because you're fucking fighting. Or get up and do something healthy, and you can't be depressed because you're healthy. But if you're sitting there contemplating how you didn't win and you didn't get what you wanted and you didn't achieve something, then you get depressed. It's about not doing. You're only depressed when you're not actually doing something. You got to do something, and then you won't be depressed. Again, boredom helps too. If you're bored, you can sit around and be depressed. As long as you're not doing something, you can be depressed. Look at Jay Dunn. She doesn't ever do anything, and she's always depressed.
Jason, I mean
And she got an ankle
Daphne.
monitor. And she got an ankle monitor.
Oh no, 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 no. Daphne. Daphne,
I'm a
I tell
messy
you your words
girl.
today.
I'm a messy girl.
Daphne, you have spoke a lot of great words today, a lot of knowledge for me, and
Well,
I
don't
want to
forget
thank
to
you.
cash at me for all my free advice.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely, I'm gonna have to lend you something, Daphne. Yes.
That would be
Is it
great.
is it on is it on your it's on your page, right?
If you skim my videos, it's on the screen all the time. I'm constantly begging silently with my cash app right there.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
I got you. I got your number. Oh, Daphne.
Yeah.
Daphne, you better work and serve, Daphne. Work and serve out here.
Well, I do. I mean, how do you think we pay the rent over here?
Ain't nothing going on but the rent. There we go.
So, are you going to delete your channel?
If I do, I'ma bring back another channel.
Why would you
Um,
delete it? Why would you delete it? You got the watch hours. You paid for all those watch hours. Look how many watch hours you fucking paid for.
I can't get monetized
Why?
because a flagger, one of the YouTube flaggers, flagged my page, and when I'm
Oh,
let
that shit wears off, motherfucker. Don't you know that shit wears
they
off?
they flagged it for the the nudity and all of that.
So, what does that mean? You're never going to be monetized ever?
Yeah, because I can't get on my laptop. I can't get on the I I can't get on the laptop in order to um put in my information because it tells me that the Google product is not working. That's what it says. And
Oh,
I've
that's
talked to
because you
them.
have to. The reason it says that is because you have to empty your cache and log out in a different ID before you can go in. You have to like that's what happens when you have to like switch IDs, go in and out, and like empty your cache and go in a private window. That's a Google error. That happens to all of us.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, that's a Google error. That happens to all of us. You're gonna have to work around that. That's not something that's just you. We all deal with that. But yeah, don't let somebody take your business from you. I mean, I looked at your watch hours. There's no fucking way that you got those naturally. So, whatever you paid for all that shit, that's an investment. So, if I was you, I would fucking not let it go away. And also, you can just go to the library. It's not going to have any of your memory or cache in the library or the bookstore where you're going to be lollygagging around. There's not going to be any of your memory or user identity there. So it's not going to give you that message most likely when you fresh log into it in a different
Oh,
computer. And it'll just give you another reason to go to the library and maybe make a friend. Oh boy, ask them for some help or whatever, the tech person or whatever for some help. You know, them library people are always mighty friendly and lonely, always, and bored. Friendly, lonely, and bored. That's the recipe for you, baby. You need to get you somebody friendly, lonely, and bored.
really lonely and
Yeah.
bored. Okay,
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, if Jay Dunn was
I know
friendly,
about
then
those
no,
too.
she's lonely and bored, but no, she's not friendly. Don't call her.
Thank you so much, Daphne. Daphne, we have to do this again, okay?
Well, you're gonna have to
I
come on my show dressed in your drag, and then we'll do it again there.
okay. I feel like they were tossing Darcy's hair everywhere. They really just were trying to beat Darcy up. Um, and it kind of shoved me away from her, but she may come back. She may
Well, let me
return.
tell you. Well, you have to build your inner drag queen identity. So let me tell you what the true Darcy response is to anything that they said. Are you ready? You repeat after me.
Oh.
They're just jealous.
Yeah, just jealous.
Yeah, like that, and like real queenie and real phi baby, basically like a you want to be like a phi babe, like I'm the best and they're just jealous, and that's what your response should be as a drag queen. Your drag queen. I mean, look at Natasha Milam. I mean, Natasha Milam thinks that she is just the most sexiest, passable, unclockable. Everybody wants her. That's the other thing. Everybody wants you. Don't forget to say everybody wants me like that. Say
That's
it.
the way to do it. That's self
Say it.
confidence.
Say
Everybody,
say it.
everybody wants me.
No, everybody wants me. Say it.
Everybody wants me.
No, everybody wants me.
You do it way better than me. Everybody wants me.
Yeah, wants me. Yeah, the wants me. Yeah, yeah. There you go. You're
That's
getting
the
it.
self confidence that we need.
Well, yeah, but you got to do it with a faggoty voice. You can't do it with a man's voice.
Oh yeah, it would definitely take away the illusion.
Yeah, well, or it could be funny. I mean, I think if you're gonna come I don't know that it needs to be an illusion because Marquita the Cross-eyed Diva was rather successful. So you could do your voice and keep your beard and mustache and all that, and that could work too. Everybody wants me. That could be good.
It's a lot. You gave me a lot to think about. You really did, Daphne.
Well, you could pay me well.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna talk to you soon, and you'll be seeing progress. You will. You're gonna see progress. You're gonna see that I didn't put your teachings to waste. Not at all. Yours as well as others.
No, others people throw them out the window. Just me. I'm telling you how to be. You listen to me.
Daphne, you have Daphne, you have a little bit of narcissistic.
No, I'm a boss bitch. And you're mad. And you're jealous.
That's right, Darcy. I mean, Daphne. See, well, I'm
Yeah,
about to
yeah.
call you Darcy.
Well, I'll go by either one. It don't matter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it don't matter.
You can take on that persona for me.
Yeah, as long as I look like Anthony, I'm good.
All right. So yeah, buddy, I sure appreciate you. I think I'm gonna head out here and start, doing some busy stuff. Busy,
Yeah,
busy,
go
busy.
go on the meetups and whatever, and find Grinder and find some people to be friendly with.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you can
And
be communicating with them instead of these assholes.
who you telling? Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Did you want me to tell everyone my Cash App?
Yes. Yeah, please do.
Oh, I thought you'd never ask. It's $ 420 for JSN. That's right. $ 420 for JSN. If you like the advice I gave tonight, show me, prove it. That's $ 420 for JSN. Thank you.
All right. Well, we got that going then. Daphne, we got it for you. Um, and you're gonna be receiving something from me.
Oh boy, I can't wait.
Yeah. So everybody, I guess we are about out of here. I appreciate Daphne coming up here and delivering me some news that I can surely use and
Mm-hmm.
benefit from. And everybody else, I hope y'all can take to this video and see where I was coming from. And as you see, we came from a place of just, being who we are. It was no screaming, it was no demon talk. This was all laid on the table. And that is what I'm giving to YouTube from here on. I don't have any forms of hate that I have to give out because it's way too many people up here already that know how to deliver that. I can't deliver that, and I never will again.
And
So,
don't internalize it. Don't absorb or process or reflect about or understand or listen to or acknowledge all their hatred.
it's not worth it at
You're
all.
not going to get anything out of it. There's nothing you're going to get out of it except crazy like them.
Yeah. And
It's
I
not
don't
helpful.
have any room. I don't have any room to be crazy, to fight off crazy
No.
in this state of what
You
is
got
it? I'm trying to find a lonely, bored, friendly person.
Yeah, lonely, bored, and friendly people. That's your. I'm telling you, bookstores, libraries. Uh huh. Ooh, the college campus libraries. The oh yes, the county town library, city library. Girl, there's got to be three or four or five libraries around you.
Fun, fun, fun.
Mm-hmm. Lots of socially awkward people that you could, make friends with.
Peacehood therapy. Yes, Zion movements. Okay, babes.
Oh yeah, you can go out for
Yeah.
pizza ups with people. They like to be going for those pizza and bar and dart games and shit with the meetup people. All that stuff you need to do. You need to sit down with a beer tomorrow night or tonight and start thinking about your little social calendar and signing up for some shit. And that's what you need to start planning instead of sitting around waiting for these people to goddamn abuse you and what you're gonna say back.
Yeah. That's not working, and never will. So
It's
yeah,
not
I'm gonna do
do
this.
anything but crazy. You invest in crazy and you put your time into crazy and you're gonna come out crazy.
As hell.
Yeah, that's what you get. You start talking to those fucking people. That's why I don't listen to crazy people like that. And I don't listen to Jay Wilson for the same kind of reason. You start listening to his mind fuckery of, well, y'all, we got this cruise coming. Oh my god, you become retarded. Like I can't listen to that. You gotta get some perspective.
Yeah, I'm definitely not listening to Jay Wilson.
And if you listen
Yeah,
to Jay
yeah, that's right, Zion. Zion. Yeah.
and if you listen to Jay Dunn screeching and screaming, you're gonna start licking pussy. So I wouldn't do that either.
Oh wow. All right. See, look at all that stuff right there. Yes. Um, Daphne, you worked tonight. You definitely did. And you have me at a better space. And I'm gonna make something out of this. I will. I will.
Okay.
You know.
Well, keep us posted, you sexy thing, you.
Thank you, Daphne. You are sexy as well.
You damn right I am. And you're jealous!
Well, everybody, there you have it. Okay, Daphne is here. I'm in a better space. Thank you all so much for joining me. Um, it's going to be changes. Yes, it is, for the better of my life, who I am, and I'm not going to let anything that was told to me go to waste. I will not. So everybody, please have a great night. I wish you all well, and all I wish is enrichment for our futures. All right, honest rope. Oh, and Miss B Town, darling, I love you as well. Okay, everyone, honest rope, signing out.